everyone surviving so far. Nope, they are not. Very hit.
Look at goes forward. What a move! That's some late braking, and that's what you want to see. Lots of pressure put on the McLaren driver, but he's dealing with it like a boss.
Inside the left, the full stick green, but on the outside, I think full stick takes a little bit too much curve. Not just a soft there, thankfully he goes to the right.
And my camera's not working. That's weird. Give me 1 second. I think I had to unplug it yesterday. That's a bit weird. Give me 1 second. Oh, it's most definitely plugged in. Let me try adding a new video capture device. Add a new source. And webcam is there. That's really weird. My Logitech camera is not displaying. That's really weird. How's it going, Jonas Trax and Sparkyman? How's you guys? We're going to be in the Porsche for Nürburgring because I've got a number of setups for the Porsche at Nürburgring, but I've not tried the Lamborghini yet, but we will try the Lamborghini tonight, either for Mount Panorama or for Nürburgring. But I'm a bit confused because I'm trying to get my Logitech stream camera to work and it's not working. So just give me a second. Definitely plugged in. Yeah, no worries, Jonas. That should be when we're streaming anyway. Oh, we have it, finally. I don't know what happened there, but it was not displaying the camera. Anyway, it is now working, so that's good. We've got 10 minutes. Let me just double check I have signed up correctly. I think it was 10 minutes, wasn't it? Yes, 10 minutes to the next Nürburgring race. So I'm basically gonna go out and do a single is that the qualifying setup? It was. Try this setup. Go out and do 10 minutes. I wanted to try the Lambo, but my folder crashed as soon as I tried to open it. It doesn't let me open it unless the game is closed, which is really weird because sometimes it does let you open it when the game is open, so I don't know what's going on there. Have to remember the rotation of the Porsche is a lot higher than the Lambo. I think we've got a race in the Porsche coming up soon for the SOP Road to VCO, I think. So I'll need to check what track that is. I want to say it's Indianapolis, but I could be completely wrong. Someone's just sat off track for some reason. Just contemplating his life choices. Oh, that was messed that one up. How's you, Sparky? I think it's Sparky in the chat. Oh, that was rubbish, first sector. I'm good, thank you. Yeah, all good here. You been able to get much sim racing done recently? Because I think last time you said you were looking at joining some leagues, or you had joined some leagues. How long have we got till the LFM race? Not long at all, I don't think. Ah, alright, no worries. I thought you were waiting to do something before you could join the leagues, that's why I wasn't sure. That first sector was terrible. I don't think this will be a very quick lap, because I had a very, very, very slow first sector. I think I'll do one more lap and then we'll have to look for the server. Yes, that was a slow lap. I thought it might be. Why is it locking up so much? Into that left-hander. Doesn't usually lock up so badly. I thought he was gonna let me by, but then I understeered. That was my fault. Thought he was moving over, but he wasn't. That was my bad. Well, the server opens in 3 minutes, so that's fine. Not really doing any practice, but we will see how we get on. It's a fairly full server, so yeah. I really need to get some ELO. So that's kind of the focus, is to get ELO rating. So what do you mean by your laptop's paste done? As in like thermal paste or something else? I do not understand why my File Explorer always crashes. It's so annoying. Just having a look. Thermal paste, yeah. Is that all you need to get it running? Two and a half minutes. That BMW driver is not too pleased with me, judging by what he said in the chat. That was my bad. Let's see, we've got 2 minutes and then we can join the server. Be interesting to see how the pace is, considering we've done about 2 laps. I would do it myself, but I don't trust myself. To be fair, I wouldn't trust myself either. I completely understand. Like, a few people said to me, oh, you could save a lot of money if you just build your own PC. And I'm like, I don't trust myself building my own PC, because I'll probably break it. So, yeah. I'm in the same boat. I wonder if I can tilt this down a bit more so it's more towards the wheel, because I had to take it off the other day and then completely bumped it. It's maybe a little bit better. Nope, that's not it. Trying to find that angle it was at before. I don't know what it was. Right, let's see. We're in split 1. £99 just to put thermal paste on. You seen like thermal paste like 5 or 10 quid for a tube of thermal paste? That seems extremely expensive. Let's hope we get a good race, because we are like the 16th highest license, so this will be interesting. Got 15 minutes, 15 seconds. Then it should be up. 59043 is the server. Oh, a service. Okay, servicing the PC and then putting thermal paste in. That's okay. I thought it was £100 just to put thermal paste in a PC, which would be ridiculous, because that would just be a stupid amount of money for it. Okay, do we have split 1? Yes, split 1. 59043, which I believe is the same as this 59043. Yes. To be honest, I don't know, but all I need is the paste. Yeah, well, if you get a service and a service with it, then that would be quite good if they clean all your fans and everything like that. It depends how much of a service they actually do. If they give it a good service, then it would be worth it. Clean them myself. I would just pay them just to put the thermal paste in. Right, let's see. We did 1 lap practice. Let's see how we get on. Probably jumping into split 1 was not a good idea. But I will be honest, I didn't do any practice thinking it was still the same tracks as yesterday, forgetting this is Monday and it's all new tracks. So that was an error in my planning there. I did not expect him to brake so early. It is thankfully just the outlap of qualifying. I think he was trying to warm up his tyres and I did not expect that. That's actually really annoying because it's putting you right to the back of the qualifying queue. You don't get that many laps either at Nürburgring because it's quite a long track. Although, because it's like similar length to Silverstone, it's probably this similar amount of laps actually you get at Silverstone. How's it going, Milo? Or Adam? How is the new PC? Are you enjoying it? Man, everyone queues so early. There's so much time on the outlap just queuing. That's why you really want to get out nice and early. Join the server first as well. We are now, it's pretty much a standstill. Yeah, it's a shame with the work that you can't play it as often as you like, but it's awesome that you've got a good PC now though. Because now when you can play it, you can play it whilst it's running nicely. So have you looked for, now that your work has changed, have you looked for a league that you could do on days that you're not working? Not yet, no. Is it like shift work, where every week you get a different shift? I used to have that when one of the jobs I had. So I basically said for the next 2 months I can't work on this particular night, and they, as long as I gave them like 2 months notice, they're like, okay, that's fine. Do you work weekends? Could you do like a weekend league, or do you work weekends as well? Ah, okay, so it's completely different days each week. That is annoying. Could you do a night owl league, like RCI Night Owl, where it's like really late at night, so you can work during the day, and then it's like a super late at night? Could you do a Night Owl league? Oh, that's Yeah, that's completely different each week, isn't it? That's a nightmare for racing. The Night Owl League is like, oh, I hate that corner sometimes. The Night Owl League on RCI, I think it's like at midnight or something, and then it's a 1 hour race, which might not be too bad. But that's the only thing I could think of. Oh yeah, the force feedback is a completely different world on Xbox. Because I went from Xbox to PC, and PC is so much better. Need to actually get a valid lap together here. That right-hander is gets so much oversteer there. The rest of the track isn't too bad, it's just that right-hander. I've messed it up a few times. Right, we've got enough time and fuel for one final lap, which, well, we're gonna really need to push for it because this one's been absolutely terrible. So I'm really gonna need to push on this final lap. Otherwise, this is gonna be a pretty rubbish qualifying session because this has been a slow lap. How is that only 1.2 off of pole? That was an awful lap. Must not be a super competitive session because that was not a very competitive lap at all. Oh, same corner, I messed up the lap on the last one. This time I messed up even more. Well, if I can qualify 15th, I'll be happy considering I only got one valid lap in. The ELO seems to be all over the place in this server. I mean, P4 has the 15th lowest license and P5 has the 14th lowest. P10 and P11 are 25th and 29th licenses, so ELO is a bit all over the place actually in this one. ELO ratings, so it'll be interesting to see if we can get a good clean race, what will happen with all the ratings. Sign up for the next Nürburgring race. I think I'll just go in the Porsche again because I have all the setups for the Porsche and I'm used to driving the Porsche here. If we were to do any of like Bathurst, I would go jump in the Lamborghini. But for just now, I'm quite happy just using the Porsche at Nürburgring because I'm used to the Porsche here. Dropping down a bit down the order, but I'm not surprised because like I said, I was super surprised that that lap was only 1.2 off pole because it felt absolutely rubbish. I think a few people though didn't get good laps in because we are dropping quite fast now. So I think there's a few people that have not had a very good lap in yet. So we'll definitely need to make up some more positions. At least I make more money. Like last month I got £610. That's awesome. That is the thing though, like you get more money but then you have less time. So like you have more money to buy sim racing stuff but you don't have the time to use it. So it is quite hard. But yeah. Hopefully you can get some more time soon to do some more sim racing. If you do have like random days though that you are wanting to do open lobbies, let us know because we can maybe do some like you know, open lobby races now that your PC is okay. How's it going, Luca? I hate LFM. You're not alone. I love the format of LFM, but I hate the safety and the ELO stuff because it is such a nightmare to get it. Like I just, yeah. My ELO is like 2000 because I'll do a good race, I'll finish much higher than my rank, and I'll get hardly any ELO, and then I'll get spun round in a race. I'll finish like 3 or 4 positions lower down than my rank, and I will lose tons of ELO, and I end up with less than I did at the beginning of the night. So yes, I do understand your pain because the ELO and safety ratings in LFM is a nightmare. Just drove the Bath first, P1, and I got completely died. Yeah, it is a nightmare. It is honestly such a nightmare sometimes. See, at first, from now on I only drive AR hot lap servers. Yeah, the only thing with hot lapping is you don't learn any race practice, like race, what's the word? Racecraft. It's good for pace doing the hot laps, but yeah, that's the only thing is you don't learn any racecraft. But it's good for finding pace is to do the hot lap server. 50 litres will be enough for 25-minute race. Yeah, I mean it does give you good pace practice and it helps your pace. It just, you can't practice your racecraft in the hot lap servers. That's the only issue. But yeah, I mean Sometimes in the top splits of LFM it's absolutely fantastic racing, and sometimes it's terrible. But like, it took me a long time to finally crack how to work the safety rating, because it was I was having races where I wasn't having collisions, but I kept having off tracks. So that was my issue. So once I focused on not having so many off tracks, and just avoiding collisions and off tracks, my safety rating went really high. Just drove a 58.1 on Suzuka. Nice. Was that the Lambo or McLaren? 58.1 is a good lap. Gotta go, mate. Another shift tomorrow. Take care. Oh, no worries, Adam. Take care. I'll hopefully catch you another time. Oh wow, we dropped a lot. When I finished that lap, I was like 16th or 17th, and I dropped to 24th because everyone improved on the final lap. Oh, the Lambo, nice. Everyone improved on the final lap, so I've got to make up a lot of positions. Oh yeah, he makes some fantastic setups, like. Right, what we'll do at the end of this race is I'll see how much extra fuel I have and then take that out of the car for the next one. Yeah, Dario's setups are really good. Dario's a fantastic driver as well, so his setups are usually really good. Right, let's see what we can do. We're on the outside for turn 1. Usually Nürburgring you have that typical first corner crash. We had a very bad qualifying, so we really need to make up some positions in this race. Let's see what we can do. We want to be careful for our safety rating, but we do want to make up as many positions as possible. So we want to be conservative, but we also want to be aggressive in terms of making positions. That McLaren just caused a nasty crash there into turn 1. That looked very avoidable, like he just turned into the BMW or whoever it was. Oh, again, another completely avoidable crash. McLaren goes wide, rejoins to the track, kills an innocent BMW, like, completely avoidable. Good start for us though. We have gained a few positions just from the start there. Oh, why is the McLaren gone so slow? I got so compromised on the inside line there. Would have been past the Lambo if the McLaren hadn't gone so slow there. That was really annoying. And then the McLaren goes super late on the brakes the next corner. A little bit too conservative there. Already up 7 positions from our starting position, which is really good. So already recovering from that bad qualifying, so we can try stay out of trouble and make up a few more positions. That would be fantastic. And so far avoided any collisions, which is really good for the safety rating. Just need to try and boost our ELO now. Man, that Audi was so slow on the apex. Just like the McLaren, you go for the inside and then the car on the inside slams on the brakes. That was a close one. Well, up to 15th, that's nice. Audi nearly lost it on him by himself, but up 9 positions from our starting position, which is fantastic for our ELO, because we've got the 16th highest license and we're now 15th in the race. after starting 24th, so happy with that. Just keep making up a few positions. This Audi's making a lot of mistakes, so we need to try and look for an opportunity to pass. My mistake. Very, very thankful I didn't spin that Lambo. No, it was the Audi, not the Lamborghini. That I didn't spin that Audi because I was way too late on the brakes there. We'll lose a bit of safety rating but for that chicane there because I went off track, and I think I might have slightly touched the Audi. I'm just glad I didn't spin him because that would have been really annoying if I'd spun the Audi around. So I held on to 15th, which is the main thing. And there's 2 battles of 2, which will slowly become a battle of 4 in front of us. So hopefully we can close in on those guys. That McLaren behind me seems quick, but hopefully we can catch the cars up in front. We'll have to wait and see. That Audi's now trying to pass the Porsche, so it's becoming a bigger battle as I expected. Oh, free position here, someone's been spun round. No, no. Why would you rejoin like that? Why? I saw as soon as we were coming up to that corner he tried to rejoin. Thankfully he didn't take us out, but you can't just rejoin into the racing line when there's people on the racing line. You have to wait. It's annoying, but you have to wait. You can't just rejoin. There is a massive train of cars up in front of us though. If we can close this gap, there's at least 7 or 8 cars up in front of us all in this train. If we can find a little bit of pace and close up this gap, I think that's at least 8 cars there all together. Just need to close this gap to them. They are battling quite hard, so they should lose a bit of time. We did lose, unfortunately, a bit of time with that McLaren rejoining. Oh, come on. Just had a massive screen freeze. That was really weird. Went to press the brake pedal, my screen just froze completely. We are up to 14th. Oh, I've got a pop-up. I don't know what it is, but something was trying to pop up on my screen. Must be an update or something. That's why my screen froze. That would be nasty, going through Schumacher S, just having a big window pop up on the screen. No worries, Sparky. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully, get some races together in LFM once you get your PC sorted. Yeah, hopefully soon. Let me know when you get your PC sorted, so we can do some races. You too, Sparky, you too. Adios. Oh, I tried 4th gear there, that was a bad decision to try 4th gear. I'm feeling like that McLaren's going to take me out into turn 1. He's braking so much later. But it doesn't seem to be any quicker because he's losing time into turn 2. Definitely lost some time that sector to the McLaren. Yep. Well, the Audi's made a big mistake. He was fighting the cars up in front of the McLaren, but he seems to have made a mistake and dropped quite a bit back. Oh, that curb does not like me. Ah, no worries. We had a bad qualifying. We started 24th, but we're up 10 positions. We're in 14th just now. There's quite a big battle going up in front of us, so we'll see if we can close in on that. Got a bit of pressure from the McLaren behind, but the Audi up in front seems to be quite slow at the moment. So he's maybe got a bit of damage, or he's overheated his tyres, because he was ahead of the McLaren and fighting with P11. And he has dropped quite a bit back. So I wonder if he has damage, or if he made a mistake that has killed his tyres. Because he's definitely dropped off a bit. Only looked like he just went wide at the hairpin, but he's dropped quite a bit back from that McLaren, so don't know if something else maybe happened. Finding a little bit of pace now into the 54's race pace, which is good. It's mainly that first sector, that's where it was losing the most time, is that first sector there. So you just need to find a little bit more pace. Try and close in on the guys up in front. Especially since they're battling so much, they might make a few mistakes that we can get some free positions for. This is going to be a good lap, I think. Made a few mistakes, but should be a decent lap. Mid 54, so this will be better than my qualifying lap. That's how bad qualifying was. This not very good race pace lap is going to be quicker than my qualifying lap by a number of tenths. What's the cars up in front though? So we gained about a tenth on the car in front. We pulled away by about 4 tenths from the car behind, but the cars in front are all doing similar pace to us. So we really need some mistakes from them to close in. Because we won't really gain anything if we're only gaining a tenth per lap. Won't really gain a position. In the endurance race, a tenth per lap is a different story, but not when there's 11 minutes left. Tenth per lap is not enough. There's a few battles up in front, so it'll be interesting to see if that bunches up some of the field a bit, depending on how hard they're battling. Oh, that was a rookie error on the exit of the hairpin. Rookie error. Gonna have lost a bit of time to the Audi there. That left-hand curb is weird, because the last lap I took it fine. The lap before that it slid, and then this lap it also. I nearly lost the car on the curb. So maybe I just can't touch the brake pedal whilst I'm on that inside curb. But it's fine if I'm not on the brakes. I need to watch that curb because I've had a couple of slides on it already this race. So far no track limit warnings though, and I think only one slight tap. So it should be a fairly good race for safety rating and ELO. Those three are battling, so hopefully that Audi closes in on them, so we can also close in. So those three up in front of the Audi are battling quite hard. So if they bunch up, the Audi might catch up, and we might also catch up, and might be able to gain a few positions right at the end of the race, which would be really nice. That's the only thing, when you're battling like 3-4 cars, it's amazing fun, but especially in a race like this, you lose so much time to the cars behind if you're battling hard when there's multiple cars. When it's 2 of you, you can battle hard and lose time, but when there's like 3 or 4, you just lose even more time. Because you're attacking the car in front whilst also, if you're in the middle there like that white Porsche, you're defending from the car behind you, but you're also trying to attack the car in front. So you lose so much time. It's one of the worst places to be, is in a 3-car battle and being in the middle. Definitely closed in on the Audi this lap though, quite considerably. See how much quicker we were this lap than he was. Let's hope we can catch him by the end of this race, as long as he doesn't defend too hard, because I would quite like to see if we have a chance at catching that other 3 if they battle really hard closer to the end of the race. What's the difference in pace that lap? 55.4s, 55.0, so we gained half a second on the car in front, and we gained a second on those 3 that are battling. They lost a second that lap, they were battling so hard. So they are losing a huge amount of time, because, as I said, they're attacking and defending at the same time. So we gained a second on them the last lap, and we gained half a second on the Audi, which is fantastic. I've messed up my first sector there though, but still you can see that we're getting close to those three that are battling. Still 7 minutes left, so there's definitely time. If they continue to battle like they are just now, there's definitely time to make up a position or two. Just hope that the Audi catches them, because I really do not want to be battling the Audi and let those three get away. I want the Audi to catch them and start battling so we can then catch. Whereas if we start battling with the Audi, the other three are just going to pull away. See, the one at the front of that queue's already pulled away because the Porsche and McLaren were battling. The other McLaren in P10, I think it is, has already pulled a pretty sizable gap. They are starting to separate a little bit now. Definitely lost a little bit of time that lap from that first sector. Be interesting to see what happens, because we've only got just under 6 minutes to go. Two McLaren seems to have pulled away from the Porsche a bit. Be interesting to see if the Audi battles the Porsche, or if the McLarens are going to bunch up again. I think we've got 3 laps to go. I think, or it might only be 2. I'm not sure. I think it's this one plus 2 more, but I could be wrong. That Audi seems to be falling back already. So are we at the moment. In that first sector as well is where we're losing the time to the cars in front. That was a big slide by the Audi there. Might have cost him a little bit of time. Yeah, 2 laps to go, I think. Or is it 3? Because he crossed the line with exactly 4 minutes. It might actually be 3 laps after this. Yeah, because each lap's a minute 54, so 3 laps after this one. Final 3 laps starting now. Need to get back into those low 54s. Yep, those 3 are starting to battle again. Definitely seems like the lead McLaren is slower than the others, because the other 2 keep catching him. Me and the Audi seem to be a little bit off the pace though. Maybe starting to close in now that they're battling, but definitely off the pace a little bit. Okay, 2 laps to go. Oh, the McLarens are almost... Oh, it's almost going 3 wide into the chicane. This is going to end up in a lot of time lost and quite possibly a crash. They're battling that hard. Look at this 4-way battle now. 4P10. Let's see if we can join this battle and make it a 5-way battle. 2 laps to go. 5-way battle, 4P10. After starting 24th, if we can battle with the top 10, that would be amazing. Battle for a top 10, sorry. 2 McLarens are going to cause a crash driving like that. Got to be careful I don't lose a bunch of safety rating or get taken out, because that's what happened yesterday. Battling right at the end of the race, someone made a mistake, I got tangled and finished down in last and lost a bunch of ELO. But I would have gained had I finished where I was before that. So we don't want that to happen again, where there's a crash and we get piled up. We can pick off this Audi first. That would be ideal. He was very early on the brakes there, and I was a bit later on the brakes. That was a close call. Oh, there's the mistake from it, and a mistake from us. Too busy focusing on him and not myself. Okay, final lap. This is going to get... We might see some desperate dives for the final lap. This could be interesting. Some conservative driving from the McLaren. Massive lock up for me into turn 1. It's not ideal on the final lap. See if we get any dives. Final lap dives. The chicane is, the hairpin is the place to send it if you're going to send it. No one sent it so far. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the final chicane, because they are both, that McLaren and the Porsche are super close. P10's pulled away. Try to get a good final chicane. The Audi goes for the defensive line into the final corner. I'm not close enough to take advantage. It was so funny because I just tried to focus on that final chicane and so many made a mistake into the final chicane. Oh, that was a good one. Some good battles there. Annoying that we didn't get to P10, but that was a good battle anyway. Good battles. When's the next race? How long we got? Ah, 12 minutes. I would like to see how the rating changed. But yes, some good battles. I mean, we started 24th and we finished 14th. I'm happy with that. Yes, it would have been. Right, let's see the rating. How has that changed after that one? I think we'll jump into the practice server because we've got 12 minutes to go. So let's jump into the practice server. Oh, you are joking me. ELO hardly went up at all. I'm still worse off than I was before I started yesterday. Because I had that bad race where I got spun twice. Both times down to last. My ELO dropped by like 60 or something yesterday, or 50. And it's still lower than it was before we started yesterday, so let's try see if we can get it up after this one. We've got 10 minutes till the next one, so let's load the quali setup, try this, see what we can do. And then we'll do another LFM race. We might do one more after that, I'm not sure, but we'll just wait and see. Right, what? 10 minutes now. Right, let's try this. See when you can get a bit better in the qualifying setup. Setup feels really good for qualifying, to be honest. Just need to make sure I get a good lap together in qualifying. Don't mess it up again. that's going to be invalid. Completely messed up my line there. McLaren falling victim to the Schumacher S. I think we'll do one more lap and then we'll jump into the server. Oh, I messed up there. I'm just gonna jump into the server. I messed up. No point even doing that lap because I messed up so badly into turn 1. We'll just go wait on the server. So we gained 17 yellow and 0.23 safety rating. So safety rating was good in the last race, but again the ELO was just absolutely rubbish. I don't understand quite how it's calculated. Like how to be, when you're in a race, how do you know what position coin you need to be in to gain some positions? Got 10 minutes to go. Yeah, we've got 4 minutes, so we'll wait for the server. How many hours do I have in ACC? How many hours do I have? Let me check. Steam library. 1600 hours. I have 1599.9 hours. So yeah, quite a bit of time on ACC, and that's just PC. I obviously had quite a bit on Xbox as well. So yeah, I've done quite a bit. Yeah, I rack up the hours pretty quickly. The hours used to go up a lot quicker before when I had more time, but I work a lot more now. So I don't drive as much as I used to, but I still drive in quite a lot of the leagues like I used to, so. I only have 450 in ACC and 200 in ACC after a year. I've had AC since beta. Wow. And ACC since like 2020. To be honest, I've probably had ACC similar amount of time, but then I did it on, like I said, I did it on Xbox as well, so I racked up a lot of the hours on Xbox. But to be honest, I've played F1 2020, Ultimate Blister 2, R Factor 2, etc. Yeah, that's the thing, like, ACC is the main sim for me. I don't really drive any others at the moment. I will be driving more in the future, but for now I just focus on ACC, so if you just do one, then you build up the hours quite quickly, but yeah, if you change or do multiple simulators, then obviously it takes a lot longer to build up the hours. I used to play a Nordschleifer mod before Kunos even released a Nordschleifer. Wow, you've had AC for ages then. I downloaded it. I maybe played it for like 4 hours, and that was it. Because there wasn't really any leaks on it, so I just decided to stay with the ACC. How many hours do I have on AC? Oh wow, I've done 2.5 hours on Assetto Corsa. Because I wanted to try downloading mods and I couldn't get any, or I couldn't really find how to do it. And I didn't really know anyone that could help me get the mods. So I was just like, oh, I'll just leave it for the moment. Right, we've got a lot of much higher rated drivers in the server. So we're quite low down in the rank. We're like 5th lowest. Wow, that's a long time since March. Now I actually think 1100 hours since 2014 is really low. That is a long time to be playing AC. It is fantastic though. Like when I played it, it is fantastic. I do really like it. I just didn't really have access to all the mods and stuff, so I never really got into it, and I didn't really find any leaks that actually hosted AC leaks. So I was just like, oh, don't really have any reason to drive it. But it is, especially you get, even on the default settings, but if you get graphics mods and stuff, AC looks fantastic to drive. Nordschleifer Tourist is the best, especially when you got someone to cruise with. Oh yeah, definitely. That's long ago. I was 4. Wow. Yeah, but remember that I had the day job back as well back then. That's true. I was like 21 or 22 back then. 2014. How old was I? How old was I? Trying to think now. I would have been 10, I think. I would have been 10. Because yeah, I'm 17 now, so yeah, I must have been about 10. Excuse me. A really random yawn. Only 25 people have joined the server and I've got the 24th license, so that's helpful. Let's see if we can make up. Well, if it's, yeah, because if it's 2023 and it was 2014. I would have been about 10 years old. Oh! Oh, sorry. That was my bad. Sorry, I thought it advanced. Oh, sorry guys. That was my bad. No, it wasn't me. It was the McLaren. Was it the McLaren? Usually no one goes out in free practice, right? So as soon as free practice ends, everyone goes out for qualifying. So I saw the free practice timer go off and just went straight out. But it was actually the McLaren that was already out on track, I think. I thought it was me that stopped the timer going off, but I think it was actually the McLaren. So it wasn't actually me at all. It was the McLaren. But BMW wasn't happy that I was alongside him. What's this Lamborghini doing? Just dive bombing me. It is qualifying. It's qualifying, mate. It's not the race. What's he doing? No worries, Riddle Time. I think we'll see how we get on in quali. Hopefully we'll get a better one than we did last time out, because last time we I did not get a very good lap together. What's he doing? Come on, mate. Come on. He was going back over to the left and then went to the right and blocked me. It's qualifying. He overtakes me whilst I'm going slow because the guy in front of me is going slow. And then he just blocks me for no reason. And now he's brake checking me. Goodness sake, mate. I'm gonna pass him. What? I was not going to hit him there. I was just going to pass him so that I was ahead of him for qualifying. Because he was just blocking me there and brake checking me. I'm not too pleased with that. I am not too pleased with that. That's reportable, isn't it? I would assume so. Because that last one there was most definitely a deliberate hit. I mean, he was going super slow. I went to pass him and he just brake checking me and then blocking me. Like, he passed me on the outlap whilst I'm going slow for the other cars. So I went to overtake him and he just blocked me and then deliberately drove across the track to cause a crash. Most definitely will be reporting that. And I hope he gets a penalty because that was not on whatsoever. Let McLaren by because he's on a flying lap. I'm still on my out lap. It's a bit of a pain though because I've lost almost 5 minutes of qualifying thanks to that Lamborghini. It's going to be like five minutes into the session before I start my first lap. But yeah, that's definitely reportable and will definitely be reported because that was he deliberately drove into the side of me there. Deliberately drove into the side of me. Okay, 9/10 off of pole, provisional P7, which is fantastic considering we have one of the lowest licenses in the server. What did the Lambo do? I was doing a hot lap. Basically just overtook me on the outlap by dive bombing me, and then blocked me twice, and both times caused a crash after dive bombing me. If you're watching on YouTube, if you just skip the replay back to the start of qualifying and watch the outlap of qualifying, it's absolutely ridiculous. You will definitely be reported for that. Because he just, at the final corner, he just deliberately turned in front of me. He passed me, and then when I went to go back in front of him, after he had already blocked me, he just turned in front of me, like. And he's got the second highest license. You would think that he would be a bit more respectful in qualifying. But you will definitely get reported for that one. So far, provisionally P8, less than a second off pole. That's what I want to see. Within a second of pole, let's see if we can improve. Send it on the final chicane because we're neck and neck on the delta. We've got 2 laps of fuel and we have enough time for 2 laps, so we will be out on track till the very end of qualifying, which is fantastic. Tiny improvement there. It won't improve our position, but it did knock a little bit off the lap. That's a bad first sector. We've got one more lap after this, so we'll just have to really send it on that final lap. Oh, no worries. Nordschleifer hot laps are amazing to do. Very difficult and very long, but amazing if you get it right. Super satisfying when you get the Nordschleifer right. This is going to be a fantastic lap if I can keep it together. And as I say that, I make a mistake. I get one final lap after this, so hopefully that one's a bit better as well. So we're already up 3/10 this lap. Nine-tenths off of pole, P10 right now. Currently on for 3/10 up. This could put us near the top 5. Oh yeah, they are amazing to do endurance race on Nordschleifer. Right, that's provisional P7. Exactly 1/10 of a second would put us P6. So I know I lost time in the Schumacher S and the first sector, so let's tidy that up. Final lap now, full focus. That was a little bit of a slide there, still 2/10 up, but I definitely lost almost a full tenth there. Just on that exit, being a bit too greedy on the throttle. Yeah, and the hairpin as well. Bit of time in the Schumacher S if I can get it a bit tidier than the last lap. yeah, a little bit of time, but yeah, lost 2/10 so far. 1/10 up, but we've lost 2/10 over the course of the lap. Gonna have to nail the final chicane. 1/10 would put us up 2 positions. No, 3 positions, sorry, exactly 1/10. A bit too careful into the final chicane there. I could have been more aggressive. It's at least a valid lap. 2 and a bit tenths up. Pop us from, oh, so close to P6, but I'm happy with that. 24th license and P7. More than happy with that. If we can get a good race, this will be fantastic for the ELO. You might want to check, or just difficult cars like an iRacing Porsche Cup, which I don't own. You could get the Porsche Cup on AC, could you not? Oh wow, 3rd and 4th, both in McLarens, 14th and 15th licenses have done identical laps. Did I tell you I was at the Porsche Cup and DTM race on the Nürburgring? Yeah, you did. They were amazing. Because my mate was at Not Kill, and he had the video of them, and they sound amazing. Not the DTM, but the Porsche Cup. Amazing sound. Back again, Riddle. You might want to check out R Factor 2 for endurance at Nordschleife, though I'm not sure about the status of their multiplayer. Yeah, Porsche Cup on ACC, but it's on R Factor 2 as well. Nice, nice. Yeah, I do love the like endurance LMP cars and stuff. They're so fun to drive. I absolutely love driving them. Now this is going to be really interesting for the ELO, because like the second highest driver ELO wise is that Lamborghini that decided to deliberately take me out, who's starting from last, which makes me happy. I know that sounded bad, but he deliberately took us out, so it's I'm not annoyed to see him right at the back of the grid. But the fourth highest license is also right at the back of the grid, so the grid is quite messed up at the moment ELO wise, because like 10th, 7th, 9th, 11th, 6th are all kind of out of place. I mean 11th is the 25th lowest license, I'm P8, 24th lowest license, B4 has got the 14th license, Pole has the 15th worst license ELO wise, but he must have high safety rating because it's platinum, but he's got really low ELO, which is interesting. Right, what did we do last race? Balanced, dry, 43 litres would be enough. Fresh set of tyres. And max camber because it's an endurance race. It's a sprint race, not an endurance race. This is just a balanced setup because we did a race where it was dry and wet, so we just built a balanced setup. So this setup felt absolutely fine, to be honest. But yeah, 43 litres will be enough, and fresh set of tyres. I have it on ACC and AC, but it's just like not the perfect one without ABS. Ah, yeah, that's true. iRacing I would get, but it's just so expensive. For me right now, it's so expensive. I just can't justify spending that much money just now on iRacing. I mean, once you're into it, it's not super expensive. Like once you've got a decent amount of cars and tracks, it's not expensive. But for me to start out, it'd just be an absolute fortune. So yeah. I love the physics in that though. I mean, I tried iRacing, I really liked the physics, but yeah, I don't think I could justify spending that much money on it right now.
30 seconds.
But I'm pretty sure iRacing do the WEC at Nordschleife, don't they? They do some sort of endurance at Nordschleife. But that is one of the reasons I would like iRacing, is the endurance. The LMP cars and the GT3 multi-class endurance, the big endurance races, like 24 Hour of Le Mans or 24-hour Daytona. I would love that. Oh!
Stay double file.
Oh, that's going to hurt his ratings. P6 has just forgot to press drive and is going to start from the grid. That is going to hurt his ratings quite a bit. 12th license, starting 6th on the grid. That would have really boosted his ratings.
Green light. Go, go, go. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
That's nice that you got the subscription quite cheap though, but yeah, once you start buying the cars and tracks, it does get quite expensive. If you're an iRacing streamer, for example, and you own a lot of the cars and tracks, it's not that expensive. You're just paying for the subscription. But when you have to start and buy all the cars and tracks, it's very expensive. I've got holding on to 7th though. At the start, this will be fantastic for our yellow if we can keep this race clean. That's the aim, is to keep it nice and tidy, not get into any collisions or too many off tracks. Yeah, grid finder is really good. I was in contact with a guy when he was like quite near the beginning of starting that up, fairly near the beginning, and yeah, it's grown massively. But grid finder is quite good. That McLaren had a bit of a slight tank slapper on the exit of the final corner. Too late on the brakes, Cody. Too busy looking at the 3-car battle up in front of me for P5 that I was hoping to take advantage of, because the McLaren went late on the brakes. That I made the same mistake the McLaren did and also went late on the brakes. Sorry, this is actually a 3-way battle for P4. It's actually P4 that McLaren lost, not P5. Races are so much better when you actually get a good qualifying. Qualifying 8th instead of 24th. Big mistake by the McLaren. He's going to have to go on the defense into here. Another 2 McLarens battling up in front of us. Can't change lines like that in the middle of the corner. I nearly took out that McLaren. I was so close. Very close to not being able to avoid that. It's actually 3rd at the front of this queue now though. 3rd must have made a mistake, because it's starting to get bunched up again. 3rd and 4th are battling. These two and us are battling for 5th position, and 4th and 3rd, the 2 McLarens up in front, are battling, and the leaders are battling. But yeah, that was so close when McLaren, when he changed onto the inside line for the cutback. I thought I was going to end up taking him out there. big lockup. Try to get back onto the McLaren. See if we can force him into a little mistake. Get a free position. Big mistake by the BMW there, very late on the brakes. Yeah, if you're looking at R Factor 2, I think Sim Racing GP might also have some leaks. Sim Racing GP, have a look there as well. But yeah, check Grid Finder. I'm not sure, I think SimGrid have a few R Factor leaks, but not many. But yeah, the three ones I would recommend checking are Grid Finder, Sim Racing GP, and SimGrid. No wonder so many people aren't making their braking points for turn 1. There's no braking board. The 100 meter braking board is gone. Someone must have hit it. I wondered why I messed up so much the last couple laps in the braking. Okay, now into the low 54s race pace. So if we can keep this delta that we've got in this lap, get into those low 54s, that would be ideal. McLaren seems to be a bit faster than the BMW at the moment. This might end up with a three-way battle for P5 again. Oh, does Sim Racing not GP? Ah, my apologies, I thought it did. So yeah, check Grid Finder and SimGrid. Those are the two I know for R Factor 2 leaks. Okay, so 4th did a 53, but the guys in front did 54s. I lost a bit of time that lap though with that mistake I made. Because the main braking board is gone, everyone's braking zones for turn 1 is so different, because everyone's trying to remember where the 100 meter board is. So a lot of people, myself included, are completely missing the braking board. If we can get a low 54 race pace, that would be ideal. If we can consistently hit the low 54s on race pace, probably be quicker than I was in qualifying, to be honest. I'm on for a good lap, but I'm still not actually gaining that much at all. Even though this is really good pace as far as my driving goes. This is quite good pace for me at Nürburgring. I'm never usually very quick at Nürburgring. But I have grinded Nürburgring a lot because I was so slow at it. But yeah, that's going to be a 54 flat. But the two cars in front of me did 54 flats. But fourth and third didn't. They were a bit slower because they're battling. But it looks like the two guys in front of me are both pushing quite hard. Instead of battling, they're trying to push. Looks like fourth has dropped off the pace a bit. Third's got the fastest lap of the race, so fourth is dropping down a bit. BMW might be able to start looking for a move. Might be a five-way battle if me and the car behind me catches the three cars up in front. Might be a five-way battle for that podium spot. So got those three up in front of us that might start bunching up if that McLaren is slower. And then myself and the McLaren, if we all bunch up, this could be a five-way battle for P3. It should make things very interesting in the final 10 minutes of the race. P3's got the fastest lap of the race, and P1 and P2 are battling. So P1 and P2 might actually be at risk of P3 catching them because of if they're battling a lot. They seem to have a little bit of a gap now, but they were battling quite hard earlier. I had a terrible exit out of there. I wasn't sure which way he was going to go. I thought he would go for the inside there, but I think he wanted the outside. And then he backed out.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Having to defend a little bit there. Oh yeah, that'll be really nice once you get the accessory kit and your pedals all set up. That'll be really nice.
We are halfway through. Keep it up.
What happened there? That was weird. I must have clipped a bit of the curb that I don't usually use. That was weird. Thought I was just taking my normal line and then just front of the car just started bouncing. Must have clipped too much of the curb. Must have taken more than I usually do there. Thankfully, the grid is so far apart we only lost 2 positions. But I am going to be under quite a bit of pressure from the cars behind me now, including this BMW who's decided just to absolutely send it.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
And then push me wide. This BMW is also going to be very late on the brakes into there. That was a proper dive by him into turn 1. I tried to go for the cutback, but he held the inside line into turn 2, so I couldn't get the position back, unfortunately. I would quite like to re-overtake this BMW though. That's really annoying though. I lost well nigh 3 positions because that's the first time I've done that where I've clipped too much of the curb into that right hander. I mean, I've lost it on the exit touching the grass, but I don't think I've done that on the apex where it's just bounced the front of the car up like that. It was a very weird error. Must have just taken too much of the curb. This BMW is going to die upon me. I can guarantee he's going to send it. Nope, he doesn't. But the BMW in front brakes very late again. I think with the amount of time we've got left in the race and how close everyone is, I think overtaking this BMW is the only position we can make up on pace before the end of the race. We'll only make up some of the positions we lost from my slide if there's a crash up in front.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Come on, stop outbraking yourself so much and pushing me wide. Keeps doing the same thing in turn 1, just braking way too late. Problem is, wouldn't be so bad if it was just me and him, but every time he does that and costs me my exit, that white BMW is right on my bum, trying to pass me. So I really need to get past this BMW as quick as possible.
Losing time to the car in front in sector 2.
Whoa, lots of understeer in the dirt here. Nearly got taken out by the McLaren there. With that dive bomb. Need to pass this BMW because that McLaren is going to try for an overtake if I don't get past this BMW soon. Please do not dive bomb me into turn 1. Wow. Wow. Just pushed me onto the grass. What was that? Come on. What is it with people's driving standards? Honestly. Qualifying I get deliberately hit and blocked, and then just pushed onto the grass. What was that? Well, because we're finishing lower after my mistake, finishing lower than my qualifying position, might lose the yellow and definitely going to lose a bit of safety rating. Not many off tracks, but definitely a few. Couple collisions. It's all just after my mistake there as well, which is what makes it even more annoying. It's the reason I'm so far back is because of that mistake earlier. Please leave me some space. Oh, you are joking me. Finally have a good qualifying and then I just get forced off the track, left, right and centre. Honestly. LFM is just really starting to annoy me now. Not LFM themselves, just the drivers are really annoying me now. All these dive bombs is just getting ridiculous. Up at the front of the field, before I made the mistake, absolutely fine, no problems. But now, as soon as I've dropped back after my mistake, driving standards are just terrible. Just dive bombing and just pushing off the track. Ridiculous. I wonder if that number 2 Lamborghini tried to half spin me deliberately, because he's the one that took me out in quali. I need to see the replay because that felt very deliberate from the Lamborghini, the half spin. We're going to have a look at the replays at the end of this one. Right, this lap, finish this one, and then 2 more. Oh yeah, R Factor 2 will feel super cheap after coming from iRacing. SRP pedals are just beautiful. Yes, see when you jump to a load cell from like magnetic pedals, it is the best sim racing upgrade. Like, it just feels the Oh, why were you so early on the brakes, man? I'm sorry for the hit, but this race started so well with that 7th position starting, and I had that really weird off where I clipped that curb, and it has just gone from bad to worse. I've just been hit, pushed off, and then that's the first one I think that's the first one I hit. That was my fault, but he just needed to hold the brakes on the bit where you would accelerate. I'm ready to leave this race. Like, it's just so annoying now. Again, super hard on the brakes. I wonder if he's deliberately going slow to defend on the final lap, because he wasn't this slow earlier. He's maybe deliberately slowing me down on the apex. Or being super cautious because it's the final lap and he doesn't want to make a mistake. Well, that was a disappointing race. Very disappointing. We will need to have a look at replay because there's a few incidents I need to check. Yeah, I'm not too pleased with that one. Yeah. I will need to see the replay once this kicks us out. I would quite like to see the replay of this because, yeah, I'm not too pleased with the driving standards there. He got hit a number of times. You're too nice for this type of racing. Yeah, well, as we were at the front at the start, it was okay. We had a good few battles, but as soon as I made that mistake, I need to see the replay. I don't really know what happened. I think I clipped too much to the curb, and it just bumped the suspension too much. But yeah, after that, the driving standards, just the thing I hate the most was the dive bombs, like just braking way too late and pushing you wide, so you'd lose the position, and then you would be, the person behind you would be right on your back because you know, they were now so close. I gotta sleep now. Have sweet dreams. You too, mate. Sweet dreams. Right, replay. I want to see this one. Such a good qualifying position though as well. We had like the 25th lowest license and we started P8. It was fantastic. Just gutted that the race went so terribly. Well, we did gain ELO. We gained a bit of ELO, but we could have gained more had that not happened. But let's have a look, right? So, start of the race, it was all quite good. These battles were good. These battles were good. And then where was it that I ended up behind this BMW? No, it was... I'm sure it was... here. Right. So what actually happened? Because I had the McLaren right behind me, so I was pushing a bit too hard, I think. And then what actually happened? It's just the curb. I obviously don't usually use that curb. But I think I've turned in slightly too early and I've just taken just a bit of curb. But just look at the slow motion, how much it bounces the car. Completely bounced me off the track and wide. Almost full opposite lock. Thankfully didn't go into the barrier. But rejoined back in 9th and immediately, soon as I rejoined back in 9th, I knew it was going to be a nightmare. Does that look a bit too sped up? It almost looks like that's going too fast. But yeah, from the very first lap of being away from the top guys, almost immediately I got a dive bomb from this BMW. I mean, look at that. That is absolutely ridiculous. Dive bombing from that far back. But then because he held the inside line, he then pushed me wide here. Well, not pushed, but I didn't have any space on the outside. So he dive bombed me from miles back. So I tried to cut back and then had obviously nowhere on the outside to go. He started drifting wide, so I had to back out. But then this is the problem when that happens, is then this BMW was right behind me and then also went to dive bomb. Very close to taking me out. So basically immediately from me making my mistake I had issues with dive bombs. But I spent ages trying to get past this BMW. So what happened, because I was so close to getting past him so many times, and then this McLaren, this wasn't really a dive bomb because he was fairly close. It was a bit of a dive bomb, as you can see, but he was close enough to do it. But I wasn't happy with this. Pushing me onto the grass like that, I was not happy with that at all. This bit is fine. Dive bombing from that far back, that's fine. But you need to be able to hold your line. Coming and dive bombing from here is absolutely fine if you can hold the inside line. But he can't hold the inside line. He's braked too late. And then he just pushes me wide. So I'm on the grass. So then I drop down and then I almost hit the Lamborghini. Not deliberately, but I hit the brakes. I think I lost the rear of the car. Oh yeah, that's what it was. My rear tire, you see the tire mark. Locked. There, that tire locked, which is why I counter steered to the right. And that's what made me tap the Lambo, which I didn't mean to do, but yeah, and then it went even worse later on, I think. Because then the Lambo got... Oh yeah, that's... This is what I want to know. I want to see a replay of this, guys, and see what you think. So I made a mistake there. The Lamborghini's right on my bum. It goes for the outside. Right? Now what happens here? Because he goes wide. I take the line. And then he just takes me out. But why did he take me out? Because that then cost me... See, this is what's so frustrating, is that one Lambo hitting me cost me two positions. Even though he hit me, he still took the position, and then the BMW took the position. And the Lamborghini nearly also took it. But that Lambo, this one here, I think he's just lost it on the curb. But I'm definitely reporting him for what he did in qualifying, because that was just unacceptable. But right, see, this is hard, because here he's lost it, yep. But then here I would say he recovers it because he's back on the throttle. And now he's driving into the side of my car. That's very difficult. Because here, he loses the car, goes on the throttle, regains control of the car, and is still goes into. I don't know if he hit me while still trying to gain control of his car, or if that was just being him trying to rejoin the track too quickly and not let the BMW by, because he's lost it there, stayed on the throttle. I think it's just been a bit careless, to be honest. But yeah, I'm not too pleased with that race. I'm not going to bother reporting for that, but I will definitely report the qualifying. Getting deliberately hit in qualifying was just not acceptable. But that incident there, I won't report. We got 20 yellow. We lost 0.05 safety rating, which is fine. Unknown rebirth. Yo, how's it going, mate? Thanks for tuning in. I'm afraid we're just at the end of our stream. That's our final race for tonight. Right. Okay, let's close up. So yeah, I think that's it for tonight. Obviously a bit annoyed how that last race went, but it was overall not too bad. Just a bit annoying how that final race went. But my mistake on the curb was annoying, because that was my fault. That's what put us so far back. But it was then getting stuck with the ones that were dive bombing, pushing me wide. That was what was frustrating. But anyway, that is it for tonight. Tomorrow's Tuesday, so most likely get a stream tomorrow, but we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, as always guys, thank you very much for watching. Should be streaming tomorrow or Wednesday. But as always, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again next time.